Happy Father's Day, Dad. It's Carissa. I wanted to take a moment to stop and thank you for everything that you've been to me these past 26 long years. I was writing a little bit on my phone just about the incredible dad that you've been and some of my memories from throughout the years, and I wanted to share them with you and just genuinely thank you for being the incredible father that you are and that you're always going to be. I'm so grateful that you're in my life. I wanted to thank you for the wonderful memories of Wait and See. Back when I was a little girl, I would be riding along in the car with the rest of the kids, and I would be the one asking all the questions. I was always inquisitive, always want to know, where are we going, what are we doing, are we almost there? And you would say, wait and see, and it irked me. I hated that, but that'll always stay with me, wait and see. Another one is, all right, that's enough. That one is more recent, in the more recent years, like maybe 4 years ago or so, maybe 5, around 2007 maybe. We were going to AIM, I think we were going to an AIM convention or either to St. Louis or to Memphis. And my sisters had kicked me out of the car because I was talking too much. And so they said, you go ride with Dad. And so I got in the car with you and Elder Keys, and I just started talking and talking and talking, and we didn't even make it past Giles Road, and you said, all right, that's enough, and I had to get out and wait for the girls to catch me on the next go round. But anyway, yeah, thanks a lot for that, appreciate it. Next one is, you said I was the hardest child to raise. I don't get how I was the hardest child to raise, maybe because I was so opinionated, but hopefully you're grateful for how hard you worked to raise me and where I am now, and I believe that's because of you. When I was a little girl, I remember riding in the car next to you and always saying, why are you smiling? Why are you smiling? Because you would always have a smile on your face, and it would come and then it would go. You'd have a pleasant look and then a smile would come, and then a pleasant look and then a smile would come. And I would say, why are you smiling? And you would just laugh and always be like, why are you trying to understand what's going on in my mind? But it was because I had a great interest in you, and I always have. So I guess you don't really need a reason to smile, do you? I remember back in the 90s when you had come home from either it was Italy or it was Alaska, and I had gotten word somehow. Maybe they let us know at school. I don't know how I got word, but I remember sprinting home and racing through all the shortcuts and everything just to get to you and to see you. I remember we were at 8108 Valley Road, the old house. We were at the old house, and you were sitting up in the chair and your back was facing the door, and I just ran up, and I remember I grabbed you and just cried and cried. I don't even know if you remember that, but I'll always remember that moment and how I raced home because I was so excited to know that you're home. I actually really remember you teaching me how to ride a bike. I remember you teaching me how to ride a bike, and I remember being at 2631 Forbes Drive where you taught me how to tie my shoe. I remember the hardwood floors and where you taught me how to tie my shoe. So thank you for that. I'm still tying it. I'm doing a pretty good job. The purity ring that I wear, I still kept our promise, and I will continue to keep our promise. And I thank you for taking me and allowing me to make the decision as to whether I wanted a class ring or whether I wanted a purity ring or a promise ring. And thank you for helping me pick it out and buying it for me. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate the promise that we made. I'll always value all the rides to ORU, and our first ride to ORU when you helped carry everything up, and how hard it was to say goodbye knowing that my life was getting ready to change forever. But I thank God for all the rides there and all the rides back on North 75, South 75. I truly appreciate the conversations that we had, and just everything that you've been, especially throughout my scholastic career. I truly appreciate how you believed in me even when it was very hard for me to finish my degree, and I got sick and I got discouraged and I was down. I remember you told me, set your gaze higher. set your gaze higher. And when you told me that, that truly gave me what I needed to continue to press on, because I was looking at the current situation, but you told me to set my gaze higher. And when I set my gaze higher, I was able to realize that I wasn't relying on my own strength, but I was relying on the strength of the Lord. So I thank you so much for encouraging me to set my gaze higher. And even this week, I encountered some issues, but I thought of what you taught me to set my gaze higher, and I was able to find peace in knowing that He is the ultimate source. I remember all the family road trips and just all the laughs. I remember even back at our old address in La Vista, how we would just play. We would even have times of playing in church, and just amazing times with you and the rest of the family. It was incredible. I love hearing your laugh. Speaking of your laugh, you have had laughter evolution throughout the years. I think maybe back in the 90s you had the whole and now it's so we've watched your laugh evolve throughout the years. I kind of miss I miss that a little bit, but you have quite a laugh, and I think everyone around the globe that knows you, they love your laugh. And finally, not really all that great, but I remember being at the current house that you and Mom live in, and I don't know what happened, if there was some BET being played or MTV, some videos, some secular music videos. What happened, but I remember you being at the counter and you slammed your fist and said, "Gospel music, period." And yeah, that was an interesting day because you were so sincere, and yeah, your heart was right, and you wanted to make sure that everything we were being exposed to was spiritual when it came to music, and I have a great respect for you and your standard of gospel music, period. Yes, I really do. But I wanted just to say in closing, this is a long video, my longest one yet, I think, that your life, your example of traveling the world, serving your country in the Air Force, and serving the Lord in the army of the Lord is absolutely stellar. The hard work that I've seen, even as a child, seeing you come home from work and exhausted, but yet making time for us, and yet making time for the Lord when you would work those late shifts and you would still be at Sunday school the next day, that said a lot. And that let me know what priorities were, what your priorities were. And yes, you were gone sometimes because of the military, and your schedule may not have been as flexible as you would have liked, but your presence when you were in the home spoke volumes, and it changed the atmosphere when you walked in. And I just want to thank you for everything that you've been, the man of God that you've been in my life, the father that you've been in my life, and now I believe I could call you friend, the friend that you've been to me, especially as I've started this new platform, I guess you could say, in ministry, and how I've been able to talk to you about questions and things and advice. I really appreciate you encouraging me to continue to increase my intimacy with the Lord, and that's how I'll be able to be effective in ministry. So just to sum it all up, I know I just hopped all over the place, but you've been absolutely remarkable, and I'm so grateful that you're my father, and I look forward to seeing you just continue to increase in your spiritual life and in your health, and just to continue to prosper. I look forward to seeing you prospering even more in every area, in every facet of your life. I just speak life to you, Dad. And I love you very much, and I wish you all the best, and I hope you have a very happy birthday. Happy Father's Day. All right. Love you. Goodbye.